Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Power Vacuum. I'm your host, Belmont. And in something that hasn't been seen in quite a while, a Square Enix game has posted a profit. We've got this article right here from PC Gamer. Hell has frozen over, pigs are flying, and a Square Enix game has actually managed to exceed the publisher's ludicrous sales expectations. Yeah, I guess I should amend my original statement. A lot of Square Enix games do post profits, but they don't post the profits at the level that Square Enix thinks they should be. And I think they're just shooting for the moon and they're often missing and falling quite short. I never thought I'd see the day, little tagline. Um, Here we go. Three things are certain in life: death, taxes, and a video game failing to meet Square Enix's sales targets. Last year saw Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Final Fantasy XVI falling short of whatever number the publisher cooked up in suited up boardrooms, and before that, it said Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxies undershot expectations and called Marvel's Avengers disappointing. Ouch. Yeah, both of them were probably disappointing, I'm sure, because they didn't sell very well at all. It's a tale as old as time, but wait, I'm here to report an anomaly. A telenovela twist. One of Square Enix's children has not only satisfied its sales target, but it actually managed to bring out an incredibly rare, stronger sale than initially assumed from the publisher's latest financial report. And no, for once, it's not Final Fantasy XIV being paraded around as the golden child, though it's still the publisher's major moneymaker, for what it's worth. This time it's the Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake, which, while Square Enix doesn't say how many units sold across all its platforms, which is how much better it did sell than expected, does specifically mention it as a reason behind sub-segment operating income increasing along with lower development cost amortization and advertising expenses compared with the same period of the previous year. God, I hate corporate people. They could just say, "Hey, this game pushed more ads and made more money than we thought." That's what that translates to. But no, no, they got to go with the full lawyer speak jargon just to confuse everybody. That's all a very boring corporate gook for most part, but hey, it's a genuine shock to the system to see Square Enix's acknowledging a game has sold better than it expected to. Who wrote this? Molly Taylor, I commend you. I'm glad that you agree with me that this is just over the top speech that boardrooms like to use. I don't typically agree with PC gamer writers, but hey, here it's a new year, it's a new age. But despite the Dragon Quest III remake getting its very brief single sentence flowers, okay, that hasn't stopped Square Enix from reporting an overall downturn in game sales and profits. Nope, that's why they completely restructured their plan for the future. I believe that they have told Sony to shove it. Maybe not that harshly, but I expect in the near future for more Square Enix titles to be released on all platforms going forward, just because their exclusivity deal isn't working. They are not making the money that Sony promised them that they would make, and they're not seeing the sales or hitting their goals in the way that they would like. And I guarantee if they had released Xbox or not Xbox on Xbox, Final Fantasy VII, the remakes and the whatever Rebirth, whatever the second one was called, they would see a tremendous increase in sales just because there's a lot of people who play Final Fantasy VII that love Final Fantasy VII that don't play PlayStation anymore because they don't want to own, you know, a machine specifically dedicated to remakes, which is what PlayStation has almost become. But where was I? Here we go. Overall profit was reported to be around 1.6 billion, down by 7.7%. Ooh, that hurts. While net sales were around 1.05 billion, down 10.7% year on year. Out, 10% decrease. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that says, hey, we need to rethink our strategy and look at our deals and probably break some contracts because the amount of money we're losing is not going to outweigh the amount of money we're going to have to lose by breaking a contract. If they have those kind of contracts, I assume they've got lots of lawyers and they make good decisions. It's a continuing trend for Square Enix, which has already reported falling profits in May last year. It'll be interesting to see if there's any significant uptick in the next year or two with current CEO Takashi Ki, Kiryu Takashi, entering his third year as head of the company alongside his restructuring efforts. I assume most of the projects already underway when he stepped into the role are close to wrapping up or already out in the wild. I imagine Square Enix has the potential to take some drastic decisions in the near future, and I'll be over here in the corner praying it doesn't spell the demise of my favorite childhood developer. Um, Developers? Well, actually, you know what? I don't know how old this person is. She could be 21, 22, and Square Enix could be the only thing she knows from them. I remember when Squaresoft bought Enix and they became Square Enix, it took me about 2 or 3 years to actually start calling them Square Enix because I kept just referring to them. I would see a game and go, "Oh, this is an Enix game. It's got all the hallmarks," or "Oh, this is a Squaresoft game. It's got all the hallmarks." And I had to train myself, "Hey, this is Square Enix now. It is no longer two separate companies doing their own thing. They are merged, they are working together, and they are a powerhouse." But hey, any positive is good for them, and they really needed a win, especially after the past couple years of constant failures and disappointment. I don't want to say failures. Failures is a bit harsh. Constant disappointments and letdowns. But I'm really curious just to see what Takashi does with the restructuring. As I have already stated, I do think that they're going to be releasing on, if not all platforms, at least the big three: PlayStation, Xbox, PC, moving forward, just because they need to capture a larger audience. They need to capture as many people as possible. And that's the best way. There are people that refuse to buy PC that are console diehards. They have Xbox, they have PlayStation, they have um, Switches, they have their Nintendo consoles. There are people that refuse to buy consoles and they're PC master race. They only do PC. You can port and mod, or you can emulate anything on a PC. Why would you need any other console? And besides, all the new games come out on PC anyway after a while because they know they can sell better. They're right. That is what happens. But let's see where this goes. It's an interesting development. I'm just happy that Square Enix isn't going to deal with every game being a disappointment. And as I said before, I don't think every game has been a failure or lost them money. I do think they have made money. They just don't make the money that they wish. This is their financial report. How many pages is this? Oh, yeah, I'm not going to pour over this right now. I will post a link to this in the description of the video for anyone that wants to go look at their financial report because I know some people like to see how well their favorite game companies are doing. But yeah, there you have it. This was, wow, February 7th, huh? I'm way behind. But that's all I have for this video. This is Belmont, signing out.